2 wins down, 11 more to go to repeat. However, the Phillies now stand in the way. Will the Dodgers get past the Phillies? My name is Ryan Bershinger. He is Beau Benson. This is the Sick Podcast, The Dodger Zone. Let's get into it.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. The Dodger Zone.
Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series.
The sickest LA Dodgers podcast.
Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. If you have a sombrero, throw it to the sky.
Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, so the Dodgers in 2 games did real quick work of the Reds. And I think the important thing here is this. All the reasons why the Dodgers should win the World Series were on display. All the reasons why the Dodgers shouldn't win the World Series were on display.
I just wanted to answer your question that you spit out. No. Good night, everybody. See you later.
No. Let's dive into these 2 games with the Reds because I think they really kind of show exactly the point I'm making, that the Dodgers are very, very strong in most areas and very, very weak in one. Let's start with the positives. I'd like to start with the positives.
Yeah. I mean, they were like the same game 2 nights in a row. Like, really, they were the exact same game.
It's been kind of fascinating to see Dodger fans like overwhelmingly still complain about the result of this series, even though at the end of the day, the Dodgers blew out the Cubs in back-to-back playoff games.
The Reds.
I'm sorry. The Reds. I'm living in an alternate universe where the Padres are still in contention. So they did. Of course, we're recording this on Thursday when the Padres and Cubs played. The Dodgers didn't have to play on Thursday. It was wonderful.
The only team that didn't have to.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, the Dodgers played so incredibly well. The offense was firing. The starting pitching was brilliant.
Insane. Best 1-2 starting pitching I've seen in the playoffs my life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's so refreshing because we saw throughout the first, especially the first day of the division series with like Tarek Skubal and Garrett Crochet, just absolutely dealing and going super deep into their games. And typically, us as Dodger fans, we watch other teams' aces dominate like that in the postseason. We're like, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like,
that would be sick one day.
From their starter. That would be awesome. And then it happened, and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Now, Snell got a couple runs, came in that 7th inning, but the game was so far out of hand that who cares? Like, that was just him still getting some reps in, and they got a couple runs. But overall, Blake Snell was absolutely dominant. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was absolutely dominant. And Yamamoto especially, who we had the first inning mishap where Teoscar Hernandez just completely booted a normal fly ball. But Yamamoto was able to work out of that inning, and it didn't really affect him after that. No. He was cruising right away after that. And to have those 2 incredibly strong starts to get this series done in 2 games where Ohtani didn't need to pitch, Tyler Glasnow didn't need to pitch, Clayton Kershaw didn't even need to be on the roster. Like, these 2 games went almost as well as they could have. Of course, there's one glaring exception, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah, it was the Ice Cube intro video. Like, you did that last year in the World Series. You don't got to do that.
Sorry.
You don't have to do that for the wild card series.
You can't recapture that magic with the 3-game series against the Reds. The offense. Mookie Betts was phenomenal. Had one of his best offensive performances in the postseason in his career, I believe. Game 2, 4 for 5, 3 doubles. Overall went 6 for 9 across the 2 games. He's I said this to you guys, when he is locked in the postseason, it is so much fun to watch. To not feel like you have to worry about Mookie Betts in the playoffs is awesome. He was setting the table incredibly well. And of course, ahead of him, Shohei Ohtani, 2 home runs in game 1. Just brilliant. Got on a couple times, drove in a couple runs in game 2. Teoscar Hernandez, who, yes, booted a fly ball in game 2, and it was awful. But he also hit 2 home runs in game 1. He drove in. He got those 2 runs back in game 2. So thankfully, his offense is at the level that it was last postseason, and that's huge. Up and down the lineup, where Tommy Edman went deep and on a bum ankle that he then couldn't play on for the rest of the series. It was a series of 2 games.
The next 9 innings.
Yeah. Even like Ben Rortvedt given really quality at bats, and he got a couple hits. Ben Rortvedt across 2 games had more hits than Tatis Jr.
Yep. No, I think Tatis Jr. and Machado combined. I think he had more hits.
Because outside of that home run, that was it for Manny, right? I think
so.
Well done. Yeah, Ben
Favorite
Rortvedt
stat of the wild
had 3
card
hits
round.
in 2 games. So, yeah. Oh, we love it. I mean, overall, up and down the lineup, guys, and Kike Hernandez. It's October, so Kike has turned into his elite postseason form.
Hall of Fame player. Like, if you just took his postseasons and extrapolated them, he would be a Hall of Famer. It's hilarious.
What was the stat that they showed where
his OPS rises like 160 something points in the postseason? I
think it was his OPS plus. It was up there with George Brett and
Beltran.
Yes, yeah. That was it. Yeah, the gap that that his OPS jumps in the postseason is akin to those guys, which is incredible.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
No. And I think a major credit to what we're seeing from Dodgers management. In the past, especially, Kike would just be treated as a platoon bat, even in the postseason, and just a guy you could plug in at any position later in a game. They're clearly not viewing him as such right now, despite the fact that he was hitting under 200 until the final week of the season. He is their everyday left fielder because it's the postseason, and that's what Kike is.
Yeah, it's. I swear to God, dude, if they make it back to the World Series and he plays well, it's going to be the funniest fucking thing of all time. Like, just it doesn't make any sense that you can be that bad the entire year, but just the clock hits, the calendar turns to October, and it's like, oh yeah, time to lock in, and you just turn into a fucking everyday left fielder. It doesn't make any sense, but it is so funny that he does it every fucking year.
For the people who like to cry about analytics and everything, I hope you understand, like, what the Dodgers are doing. They started Kike regardless of who the starting pitcher was, regardless of the fact that he was hitting poorly for almost.
Did you see Dave was like, yeah, he tweaked his back, but he's going to be in there regardless tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you say about, like, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Facing elimination. Like, and you're talking about Kike Hernandez about this in a game 2. Like, okay.
They fully buy into the playoff Kike, and it works. It is who he is. They left Michael Conforto off the roster because they view Kike as the everyday left fielder, not as a platoon. If they saw him as a platoon, Conforto not only would have been on the roster, he would have started game 1 and probably game 2 as well, because those were both against right-handers. And despite that, they use Kike as the everyday left fielder.
Yeah.
And he's
also extremely funny to carry Conforto the entire season and then just be like, oh yeah, I don't want to play with you anymore.
Everyone says he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
and I think this is the perfect example of he was in fact on the team for the entire season because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And there were times, hey, when he went to San Francisco, he was fixed. Like, he was
Yeah.
And it was to the point where I was like, okay, maybe they can roll with him in the postseason, but they're like, we'd rather have 3 catchers on the roster. We'd rather have Justin Dean Like,
Dude,
it's awesome.
my thing is just like, I don't think they will, but if they do, like, win again, it's going to be such a vindication for not taking the entire regular season so seriously for teams.
Yeah.
Like, if they straight up lock in and they do like a what was it, the 2001 Lakers that went like 15-1 in the postseason? Like, if they just steamroll everybody somehow,
Yeah.
like if they go 3-1 against the Phillies, 4-1 against the Brewers or Cubs, and then they sweep the AL. It's just like no one is ever going to like go all out in the regular season again.
If you want to talk about the Dodgers being bad for baseball, don't bring up the amount of money they spend. If they were to win the World Series again, you could point to this and be like, this is a team that was terrible at times during the season. Also, clearly would, put guys on the injured list for extended periods of time when their injuries weren't as serious, which is in essence load management, right? And then they get to the playoffs with all of their starting pitching healthy. Even Roki Sasaki took the entire season off and now looks like the best closer in baseball all of a sudden. Like, for that would be something where it's like, okay, yeah, the Dodgers have broken baseball because of the fact that they're just proving that load management works, especially in baseball, which is bad for the regular season. Probably.
The payroll stuff is funny because I missed it. What did the Mets do tonight? Wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's a rebuilding year if you're a Mets fan. My bad.
And then there's like investing heavily into the trade deadline, winning the trade deadline.
You have to win the trade deadline. You have to give up your top 3 prospect in baseball for a reliever that pitches one time in a 3-game series. But hey, that was 104. That was a great pitch.
He did pitch in both game 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
And he struck out every guy he faced, which is incredibly impressive. That's good. It would be even more impressive. Yeah. If the offense, if their supposed future Hall of Famer Fernando Tatis could get more than one hit.
Is there anybody faker than Fernando Tatis Jr.?
What's the stat ever since the tongue wagging incident at last?
Oh yeah, he was like NLDS, 1 for 39, and
I think it was 3 for 23 is the
something like that.
Exact number.
And you added I think 3 more at bats after that too, because he did not do anything tonight.
Oh goodness. Listen, I don't want us to always be bashing the Padres.
No.
But it is really funny.
It's very funny.
It was great to see them lose.
Yeah, no. We're going to get into the negative from the Dodgers series, but just know I want to preface it by saying that because the Padres lost, and we laughed about it, the negatives really don't bother me with the Red series. They really don't. Yes. Like, it's good enough knowing that the Padres traded the top 3 prospect in baseball for a reliever, and their October-proof bullpen didn't matter in the end. So yeah, it's just great to see. Thank you, Cubs. It's been a pretty fun night on Twitter reading the hopeless tweets from Padres fans. They want to fire Mike Schilt, which I think that's a great idea. Bob Melvin's available. I mean, the funniest one I saw was Bruce Bochy. I won't say who it's from, but I saw Bruce Bochy's name thrown about there, which I don't even think he's leaving the Rangers.
No,
I think he's taking a special. Is he? Well, he's not managing, but I think he's taking a role with them.
Is he?
Because a special advisor.
Okay. Because I think that was the wording on it where they said they were parting ways, but they weren't completely closing the door on him potentially.
Hey, you know who the other hot name? Albert Pujols. So listen, all I'm saying is if you want to get at the front of the line of the manager carousel, you got to do it now. But you also have to make sure you lock in AJ Preller. I want a 10-year contract tonight.
Oh god, there's so many thoughts about all these because like so much off-season stuff has already happened in baseball. It's really funny. Quickly about Albert Pujols. Obviously we love Albert.
Yes.
Great time with the
Big
Dodgers.
fan of the guy.
You know who hates Albert Pujols? Every Angels fan.
Yeah.
So if he
Can't stand
comes
the
back
guy.
to that franchise in any capacity, people are going to be pissed because they just see him as a guy who burned all of their money for a decade. And
that's insane that it was that long.
yeah. And of course, they'll be the first ones to say, like, hold on, he has no managerial experience. Like, what? What are you doing? I get that people like him, obviously, sure, but
well, he managed in the Dominican, I think. Which is the same thing. I'm sure it's the exact same as Major League Baseball.
That's oh man, that's a wild one. I don't know. Bochy's probably gonna go back to the Giants, I think.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that'd be so funny.
Gonna happen. And maybe they'll finish 82 and 80 next
year. Yeah, shout out to Buster Posey. Off to a roaring start as GM of the Giants. How were we 100% correct? At least maybe me, but like they got worse after they traded for Devers. Like everybody there got worse. He got worse, they got worse. It's really funny. He picked up Melvin's option and then fired him.
They were really bad when Devers first came over, and then they started to do better, and then just as the San Francisco Giants have done for the last 5 years, they reached perfect equilibrium and finished 500. That
was the first thing I did like on Sunday. Like Sunday night after the season, all the games were over. I was like, "Oh, did the Giants finish 500?" Sure enough, they did. It's like Christmas morning. It's beautiful.
That's honestly impressive because that's really hard to do.
No, that's more impressive than that 1 year where they turned into fucking like just roided out the show. Like, what did they win that year? Like 107, and the Dodgers won 106.
Yes.
Oh my god,
that was insane. That's even like 3 championships in 5 years. I don't know. It's more impressive to go completely perfectly 500 over a 5 year
span. 100%. 100%.
Which you said is a statistical anomaly.
No,
it's really impressive.
The Tigers Guardians series is really the perfect encapsulation of playoff baseball and why you should not take this shit seriously. Because the Tigers blew like a 15.5 game lead.
Yeah.
The Guardians won the division, and then the Tigers just took 2 of 3 from the Guardians and are advancing in the playoffs. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, being hot at the right time doesn't matter. Being cold at the wrong time doesn't. It's just get to the postseason, and then you kind of just whatever happens.
Yeah,
that's all it is. That's the lesson people should take away, but they won't. They will not.
Right.
They never do.
It's out of nowhere, like Cam Schlittler pitched 8 shutout innings tonight.
I mean, Roki Sasaki looked like the best closer in baseball.
Yeah,
looked when he was first pitching earlier this year, which I forgot about Roki Sasaki. Like, I legitimately forgot he was a thing. And even when he first started pitching again in the minors, the reports were always like, I don't know. I really don't know, guys. And then he gets one frame and he just looks like fucking Jesus, man. That's so stupid.
I said with Monty last time, my hope was for Roki Sasaki to have like a K-Rod type of postseason.
Yeah, that would be so sick.
When K-Rod came up with the Angels, and like, I don't know. Listen, it's 1 inning. I don't want to.
It's 1 inning against the Reds, but he looked unhittable.
Yeah, like it was. He
also looked unhittable against the Mariners.
Yeah, so I buy it. I think it's legit. Like, the stuff is electric. Like, it's. Did you see the overlay of his fastball and his splitter? It's in the same spot, and then it just splits. Like, it doesn't. I don't think anybody's going to be able to hit that.
No. What this all leads us into the negative
is that anybody can hit any other person in the bullpen.
Yeah, everybody else in the bullpen. Although I kind of think that watching the other games, I think just every bullpen sucks.
Yeah,
and it's just whose bullpen sucks the less.
Yeah.
Because like the Padres bullpen got tagged for one because Darvish pitched 1 inning.
Yeah.
Thank you. What a career you had, buddy. Enjoy retirement. But like the Cubs, what the fuck was going on at the end of that game there?
Right. Yeah.
Why would you put anybody related to Helen Keller into the game is my question. He could not see where that ball was going.
But that
Good Lord.
it is like
The Yankees pin the other night blew it. Like they just all
Yeah.
suck. It's just who's gonna suck less
yes.
come October 24th or whenever the World Series starts.
I understand. Listen, it's not ideal, and the bullpen being bad as a whole can easily doom this team. I'm not like, I don't want to brush it off. It is a major issue because those key at bats later in games, if you can't get those outs, you're not going to win. It's real straightforward. However, I do want to say, Blake Trinan kind of looks fixed. Like he looked better. He was actually getting swing and miss stuff. His sweeper looked like what it has in the past. The two messes that we ran into, of course, the 8th inning in both games were combined 100 pitches were thrown by the Dodgers in the 2 innings. That's not an exaggeration. It was 100 on the dot, 59
That's
and 41.
insane.
Alex Vesia comes out to open up that 8th inning, which I actually was like, they're up by 6 at that point, right? 6 or 8? Were we up by 8 at that point?
Yeah, it was 8, I think. Maybe
I'm
6.
like,
I don't know. It didn't matter. They were up by my measuring stick is a grand slam.
Yeah.
If a grand slam ties it, then that's okay. But anything more than a grand slam, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
And with like that much of a lead, I thought like, well, let's put like Wroblewski in there.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or put Sheehan in so that way he like gets some exposure in terms of like trying to adjust to 1 inning in relief. Like do something like that. And he went straight to Vesia. And I was like, oh, that's kind of odd. But then Vesia did not have good stuff and he was missing. And the big thing was obviously was the walks, but it's not just about not throwing strikes. They weren't throwing competitive pitches. No. Like it's fine if you're missing outside of the strike zone if it's a competitive pitch. Because like Trinan, even when he missed, his pitches were competitive. Even Dreyer inherited bases loaded. He kind of did what he could, and he did walk a guy, but his pitches at least looked competitive in comparison to Vesia and Enriquez. So for Vesia to be missing, not great. Then Enriquez comes in and he's hitting 103, but almost hitting the backstop. That's the thing. Again, the catch-22 of super high velocity is if you got no control on it, that's no good. His pitches were really fast, but really uncompetitive. And then Dreyer inherited bases loaded and eventually got out of it. And then to go to Vesia again the following night, I think is the one move that Dave made in the series where I'm like, what? This is odd. Like this, like, you've got guys who didn't pitch in that game and we're up by 6. Like I said it to you guys. It's 100%. I think Tanner Scott should close game 1 when they were up by 6. Like
I don't know why Tanner Scott didn't get any run in those games. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
In fact, those were ideal situations for Tanner Scott to get in because he's facing a weak lineup in a playoff game with a huge lead. He can easily get a 1-2-3 inning and you boost that confidence. Which is, I'm sure, what he was thinking by using Sheehan the following night, which was a move that I liked, but then he did not have his stuff to the point where he got pulled in the middle of an at-bat.
So funny.
Which was really funny.
I didn't know that was even a thing you could do still. I also didn't know that the Reds were allowed to pinch hit someone in the middle of the at-bat.
Listen, people, I think, assume that Terry Francona is a great manager because he's been around for so long.
Yeah.
He made some really dumb decisions in this series. One of them being having Miguel Andujar go up there with a 1-2 count and him not fully realize, because when do you ever step up to the plate with 2 strikes already on you? So he didn't think about it. Vesia threw a fastball at his eyes and he just kind of flailed at it like, oh, I guess I'm done. That was really funny. Also, I don't know if it was a workload thing or an injury, but like Nick Lodolo only seeing 1 inning across those 2 games was insane. I don't know. I think Francona managed rather poorly. But you know, That's fine.
Okay,
It was really interesting.
I've never had my confidence go from 100 to 0 faster than the Dodgers bullpen becoming a factor. The first game, it was like 10-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being 10-5.
Right.
And I think the Reds had loaded the bases. It's not good, man. The bullpen's just not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. And you're not going to get away with some of the stuff they got away with against a team like the Phillies or the Brewers or the Cubs.
No.
Maybe the Cubs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't. I just don't see a scenario unless they do what they did last year and buck the trend and they just decide to piggyback starters off of one another. But that I really don't know how long that can last for. But yeah, the bullpen, I don't know what I feel like it's psychological. And I saw someone else mention this, and I don't remember who it was. But it's not my idea. But Roki's inning might rub off on everybody else because that's the first time someone's come out of the bullpen and looked like they were like, no, I'm going to put this fucking game away.
Yeah.
Everybody else that's come out of the pen is so scared.
Yeah.
Like you could see it in Sheehan's eyes. He was terrified to fuck up.
Yeah.
Like just throw that was my thing is just throw fucking strikes, dude. Like you're up 6, 7, 8 runs. Like just throw fucking strikes. And if they pound it, they pound it. But more than likely they're just gonna flail because they're down by 8 runs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no confidence whatsoever in this bullpen. Just none. Just zero.
And I am grasping at straws a bit, but I there's not a ton of reason to be confident. But I think it is fair to note that like we probably shouldn't be putting Vesia in higher leverage situations against the Phillies, even though he has been that guy all season. He's also he's had meltdowns. Like he's looked strong in comparison to the rest of the pen because the rest of the pen has been so bad, and he shows energy and excitement on the mound. So when his stuff is on, he is a very strong reliever. But he also can get hit. After he struck out Andujar on that one pitch, he threw the same pitch 3 times in a row to the next batter, and they didn't swing because it was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball at the eyes. Like it was very obviously, again, it was not a competitive pitch. Like that was the issue. Is Vesia's stuff was not competitive. And with his velocity, he can't get away with poor placement.
No.
Where Vesia excels is when, yes, the fastball elevates, but it's because it's actually like moving upward. Those were just flat pitches that were high. It's nothing. And then if that comes down into the zone, it gets crushed. So, I think if we're trying to find reasons to be optimistic about the bullpen, half of the bullpen did not pitch in those 2 games. And hopefully, as you mentioned, like Roki's confidence can rub off on these guys. Emmett Sheehan did look terrified, which was weird, and we haven't seen that from him. No. I feel like he can make an adjustment. He's a very talented pitcher. He has the stuff to do it. I think this is why I've talked about concern with having Kershaw in the pen, is because this is more typical of what you see when starters try to transition to relievers at the last minute. It is a change for these guys. And sometimes that change in the way that they operate and the way that they prepare for the role can harm their performance on the mound. But to that end, what we saw from Roki Sasaki was incredible. I know we've mentioned it already, but I think just to highlight, as you said, the pure confidence in his stuff. He looked ferocious on the mound. I don't know how else to put it. He had the confidence in his stuff. The stuff was electric, and it is such a stark contrast to what we saw from him when he first came up at the start of the season. And for him to flip that switch like that is incredible. That's really hard. But he came out as a different person. He came out as somebody who knew he could put guys away with his stuff, and his stuff performed at that level. That was the Roki Sasaki that the Dodgers signed. Yeah. That's the one that they've been looking for. And he was so good that I'm like, shit, should he just be a closer? Like, it was almost too good. Where I'm like, should we not even bother making him a starter? I mean, the starting rotation's so loaded. Why? Maybe Roki is just the closer for the next decade. But his stuff is so good that you want to have him as a starter. But
yeah,
hopefully that continues as we go into this series, because again, now we're going to see Roki probably in that role again for the remainder of the postseason, however long that is. So looking at this Phillies series, I would summarize it by basically saying, if the Dodgers are going to lose this year, they're going to lose in this series.
Yeah.
I think I would go as far as saying I think the winner of the World Series comes out of this series, because I think either team beats the Brewers or the Cubs pretty easily. The AL can truly beat anyone out of the AL.
Yeah.
And
hope it's the Tigers. I'd like to see Scooble in the World Series.
Yeah.
Or Raleigh, like whatever. Again, it doesn't matter. Like it's truly, I will be seeded regardless at this point. It'll be a fun World Series no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I forget who's the other team in the American League. Oh, the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it feels really nice to not have the Padres in the postseason anymore. I think even though, they probably would have been more beatable than the Brewers or the Cubs. I don't know.
I don't know. I just would not want to get into a game against that bullpen.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And now we don't have to. It's great.
Yeah, nobody has to. I think I did this bit last year, but I do think the Phillies are going to win this series. Really, they have to.
Yeah. Because
everybody's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
They've spent too much money on this team to not get back to a World Series. So I don't know. It's nice though, I guess. I don't know.
Thank God we won the World Series last year.
Yeah,
because
dude,
the tone of everything that we'd be doing in this postseason would be completely different if they didn't win.
So different. Can you imagine if they had the season they had and they did not win the World Series last year?
Right.
Oh my God.
The bullpen would cause us all to pull our hair out, because we would be freaking out over the fact that like the offense is so damn good, the starting pitching so damn good, and then the one time where we have all these things working, the bullpen is just completely useless.
You know what this team really does feel like is any team that outside of the 2020 and the 2014. Like you can take your pick. It's any of those other teams, maybe except 17, since 17 won. Like,
right.
Be real.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's always something. It was just always something. Like everything seems so honky dory and great in Dodgerland, but then it's always under the surface. There's some issue, and that's what this team feels like.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing I would say is that, I think the offense and the starting pitching is so insanely good right now that there's a chance that they can just brute force their way through everything.
Yeah.
Like there's a chance that they're up 8-3 on the Phillies going into the ninth, and it doesn't really matter that the pen is so bad. But there's also a chance that they're, 4-4 and the ghost of Matt Stairs steps to the plate through Kyle Schwarber. Anything is possible.
So that's the thing. Kyle Schwarber is too good to be Matt Stairs, but he is Matt Stairs. Like
he's
who would actually be?
Let's see.
I guess Nick Castellanos is still a little better.
He's still a little better, yeah. What if it's Trey Turner?
Goodness. That's okay.
Otto Kemp. Who the fuck is Otto Kemp? Harrison Bader's on this team. Max Kepler. Yeah. It's Max Kepler.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Max Kepler walk-off home run in Game 5. Send us home.
That's fine.
That's good.
I wouldn't be mad. I'm telling you right now, if the Dodgers lose, oh well.
This is.
I want a time machine solely so that I can go back to like 2012, 2013 and just find myself and just be like, it'll be okay. Like I promise it'll be okay. And I won't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But like I would eventually know, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. God, it felt so bleak in the 2010s. Like it was to the amount of great teams that they had to then just fail in the postseason in one way or another.
I would love to be the Red Sox and win like 4 in 10 years or something like that.
Nah.
But I don't know.
Obviously,
we got 2. Like we got 2. Like that's fine. I'm content with that.
We want them to win the World Series. As a fan, you want them to win every single year. Of course, that goes without saying. I think the point that Beau and I agree with is like if they don't do it this year, it's gonna hurt way less than it has in the past.
I promise you. I will just stand there and be like, well, all right.
Yeah. And I think the idea of that is very comforting right now.
What's the proximity? Yeah, like
it's very
what's the proximity to the NFL? Like when is NLDS game 5? When would that be scheduled?
Well, so game 1 and 2 Saturday, Sunday, and then that would probably put Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday for 3 and 4. So a Friday game 5.
Yeah, no, we just be chilling all the way into. That'd be fine.
Like, I'm busy. That's okay. Actually, next week not that busy. But
all right. So game 4, if necessary, would be on Thursday, October 9th.
Okay.
So I mean, honestly, like Saturday. Oh no! If the Dodgers get to a game 5 and they lose, we wake up and we watch football. Oh, what a disaster! Oh no.
That's weird. Wait, so how are they spacing it? If it's because game 1 Saturday, and that
it's probably gonna be like 7 days off.
Yeah, that's
Saturday is game 1.
Remember the 2020 championship series where the Dodgers didn't have a single off day? They played 7 straight days.
Game 2 would be on Monday. Game 3 would be on Wednesday. Game 4 would be on Thursday.
And Yoshi just alternate. Like,
I know.
You just space things out so much. They don't want to. They're that afraid of football, so they're not putting a game on Sunday. Or is it like it's probably what American League goes game 2 on Sunday?
ALCS game 1 would be on that Sunday.
This is for we're looking at division series right now, right? We're looking at next week. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's
game 5, if necessary for the NL, would be on Saturday.
What am I doing on Saturday? I mean, I feel like I'm busy that day. Point is, I am on this Saturday during game 1. I will be in Exposition Park.
You fucking asshole!
Fuck you! You're seeing Turnstile and
Turnstile.
I had a mini heart attack earlier because I was like, "There's no way in hell that SC is playing on Saturday." They're not.
I think
they're
off. Yeah. Could just cancel the entire season. USC sucks anyway.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. So I'll be there during game 1. So I don't know. I'll do what I can.
That's fine.
Yeah. So overall, listen. Okay, the Phillies are a very strong team.
Mm-hmm.
They are missing Zach Wheeler, but that rotation is still very good. We get Christopher Sanchez in game 1. He's probably going to finish top 3 in Cy Young. He had a great season. Excellent pitcher. They've got a strong pen. They've got a very strong offense, top to bottom. Again, I think the World Series winner comes out of this series, and so if the Dodgers get through it, this will, obviously, the bullpen being an issue. One last note of optimism is that I think it's the one thing that can instantly change the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, last year and in the past few years, offense has been a problem in the postseason, and then they would have a game where suddenly they'd score 12 runs and everything was fine, and then the next game they'd have 2. I think right now the offense is so good that if the offense doesn't perform, it's probably because the opposing pitching is just doing that well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying this idea that every single Reds pitcher was tipping their pitches. I think the Reds got hit because the Dodgers are a very good team. And yes, they scout as well as anyone. But just also remember that everyone does scouting. Like they're not sitting back there stealing signs. They're not. If Hunter Green was tipping his pitches because the way he holds his glove, guess what? That happens.
That's on him.
Yeah, Yu Darvish did exactly that in 2017. I understand. Yes, the Astros knew it was coming, but there was also like evidence of Darvish actually like tipping his pitches. So. They just made it even easier. Like they didn't even have to bang the trash can. They would just just yell it to each other. They'd be like, "This is a breaking ball right now. Look at his glove." Okay, yes, thank you, Jose. And then and then George Springer would hit another home run. But yeah, if the pen is like just semi okay, the Dodgers can win this series.
That's what's that's the thing. If they were just league average,
yeah.
That's all they had to be is league average.
And it just takes one guy to have a decent inning for that to happen.
Yeah.
It's really all it is. So hopefully Sheehan got the nerves out and he now understands like, okay, this is how I need to approach it. Because he is somebody that we kind of really need to get his talent and his ability from. But outside of that, you just need guys to get out. It's really all it comes down to. So
27 of them.
Yep.
That's all you got to do.
And if they do it, they can win this series. The Dodgers absolutely can. When they perform well, they've got right now their offense and starting pitching creates the best team in baseball. There's just that other section there that's making things a little weird.
They just need to get 297 more outs. That's all they got to do.
That's fine. And listen, we are getting Shohei Ohtani's postseason pitching debut in Game 1. Super exciting. It's a bummer that it has to be in front of Philly fans because they are going to be ruthless because that's
quite
what they
mean.
But he's been rather unflappable before. I think he's hurt it all, so I think he'll be all right. Probably last now in Game 2, and then you figure Snell in 3, Yoshi in 4, and then
Kershaw in Game 5, baby. Just how you draw it up.
Yeah, just like you're gonna do a bullpen game in Game 5. Just a full.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Anthony Bond.
What are you doing?
Game 5.
A bullpen game.
I would expect the roster to be slightly different. They only had 11 pitchers for the Red Series, so I'd imagine they'd carry 12 or 13. I would assume Bonda's probably on in that case. And then Kershaw would be the other one that they would add if they go to 13. I would assume they're not going to carry 3 catchers. I think then Dalton Rushing would get cut. And then as nice as it is to have a fast defensive replacement in Justin Dean off the bench, he's the most expendable at that point.
Bye-bye.
Unless Edmonds' ankle is worse than it seems. Hopefully it's not. But it was good that he was able to rest Game 2 and even hit a home run off of it. So, listen, if this is it, it's been a wild season. That's for damn sure. But it very well could not be. We're just being realistic here. And I don't want people to think that we're like making excuses and being, kind of wishy-washy and haphazard about the Dodgers losing. No, we're being honest with you. Like it is a different feeling this year than it's ever been. And looking at this team in the shape that they're in comparison to the team that they're going to be playing against. And given the fact that, again, they just won the World Series, there's not nearly the amount of tension that I've had in the past, which is a good thing for me. Okay. I don't like being that miserable. I don't like being that nervous. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be in this state now, to be way more relaxed and sensible about the Dodgers in the postseason. It is much better for my life overall. And I hope all of you are feeling the same way, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And you just won the World Series. Remember that. Okay. Just take that in and enjoy that still. And if they lose to the Phillies, that doesn't take away the fact that they were world champs last year, and they could get another title in Shohei's run, at least another one.
Yeah, I think they're going to get at least one more.
Yeah.
They add Kyle Tucker next year, they'll be fine.
Yeah. So, but it still could come this year, and it would be great if it does. Well, I'm still going to celebrate it like crazy if it does. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, yeah.
Just
it will be got after.
Yeah. We'll get after it. All right. So I think we'll leave you with that. Monsi is working tonight, but she'll be back with us. And we will get after it after this series. So for Beau Benson, my name is Ryan Bershinger. For Monsi Bolaños, this is the Sick Podcast, the Dodger Zone. If you've been with us throughout the season, thank you. It means a ton. I really appreciate it. If you're just checking us out for the first time, hey, like and follow the podcast on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate any of the support, any of the kind words. It really, really means the world. So until next time, domo arigato, everyone. Thank you very much. We'll catch you on the other side.
Bye.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast, The Dodger Zone, on YouTube, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.